really special guest. He is really unique. He will show you how you can actually reach because of your weaknesses. He will show you if he can do it, anyone else in the world can do it. He is a role model in each and every possible area. You think about role model in the physical sense? Yes, he is the role model for the martial art in the physical form. If you want to see the role model in the mind shift, he's the role model in the mind shift of martial art too. He will show you how you can convert white belt into a black belt. Without further ado, let me invite our special guest today, Raja Vaidya. Raja, I have been knowing you for a while, but I want to know more
Thank you
in
so much, Sue.
details. Means
Certainly.
basically the stage is yours. I want to hear from
Fantastic.
you. I want to hear
All
from
right.
you. So I heard
So to
about
the
what is
audience,
the audience. Basically, it is a
yeah,
entrepreneur and they want inspiration from
wonderful,
you.
perfect.
They want the inspiration from you. So
All right.
everybody wants to know what is the mind shift coaching, because I heard about it, but I want to know more in details. What is mind shift coaching? Will you please tell us what is that?
So here's what I do. After teaching in the martial arts for over 37 years, I'm now a
37
sixth-degree
years.
black
You
belt.
look
I'm
37 years old.
37 years.
Oh, you started teaching in cradle or what?
I'm teaching since I was a child. Yeah. I've been
Okay.
teaching and training since I was a child, and now it's funny. Now I'm 48, and I still feel young, and I still look young because of that.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Mm-hmm.
as a result, training for so long, I earned this at 4th-degree black belt. We earn our master's rank. 6th-degree black belt, I'm now an assistant grandmaster. So I don't, and then I'm a 7th degree pretty soon, supposed to get my grandmaster's rank, which is at 7th-degree black belt. But what happens here is this: I saw a pattern from people going from white belt mindset, and mindset I think is kind of like set in cement, up to a black belt mind shift. So what we have to do is we have to go from being set in cement to releasing and finding a way that we can get our mind shift, so then that way we can get out of our own way. See, a lot of us create self-limiting beliefs, and what that is we've been trained. Our brain is like a computer, and like a computer, it can be trained. There's certain codes that we can use, right? So as a result of the way that we live, through our culture, through our society, through our educational system, and also our interactions with our co-workers, our friends at the gym, people that we coach with, and people that we mentor and trust, they've all trained us a certain way. And here's the problem. Most people train you based on what they know. And what they know may not be the best thing. But we trust our parents. Our parents told us, go to college, get a job, become a doctor. Okay, maybe that's what they know, but that's only one thing. But what if they said, you know what? I don't know what your path is, but if you put everything you have into it and you become the best that you can be, no matter what you do, you'll be happy and successful. And successful is not just dollars, people. A lot of people out there are chasing dollars and they're losing happiness. I don't want that for you. So that's where I start creating the mind shift. And if anybody out there wants to do a live mind shift hot seat right now during the show, I'm always game for that, because we have 5 minutes I could do that, and I could create a shift in your life right now.
All right. So why don't you experiment on me? Okay.
Okay, let's do it.
Mm-hmm.
So right now, like, I would start with this. Okay, Sue, it's great to meet you. Tell me, what is one of the hardest obstacles you've had in your life?
Many times I just kept on focusing where I didn't succeed as per my expectations, or I can say where I failed, and sometimes I gained something without putting lots of effort. So I really felt I was not worthy of those results.
Okay.
So both ways.
I'm going to stop you there. So what I'm hearing from you is that you tried something, you failed, and as a result of you failing that, you thought you weren't worthy. Now,
Yeah.
who told you that you were not worthy? Did anybody tell you
I
that?
think mostly I told myself.
Okay, so you told yourself. So as a result of you trying something to improve yourself and not succeeding in the way that you thought, so it wasn't the right yardstick that you were measuring the success by, you thought you failed, and so for that you punish yourself. Does that sound right?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
because
So
when I was growing,
hold
yeah.
on. All right. So now what I'm going to ask you right now is this: on a scale of 1 to 10, how did you feel your effort and your failure was in that effort? What is it that you tried to do, and how far did you succeed? Did you get like a 9.5 or did you get a 1?
Oh, no. I was less than 5.
Less than 5.
Forget
Okay, great.
9.5.
So here's the thing I want to ask you right now. Is your success based on somebody else?
No, it
Okay.
shouldn't
Is
be.
your success based upon you measuring your success to somebody else?
Yeah,
So
because
yes,
when,
no. Yeah, oh, wait. Okay. So say yes or no. These are
yes,
all
yes,
yes, no
yeah,
answers.
yes.
Yes. Okay. So what if I told you that the person measuring their success, they have a different yardstick. They're in kilometers and you're in miles. So now all of a sudden, you start to realize that you are measuring and comparing the wrong thing.
But what about the person who is measuring your success is the person you respect a lot? For example,
That's
your
okay.
parents. For
That's
example, your
okay.
parents. Okay.
But just because you respect them doesn't mean that they are experts in the field that you're going after,
Hmm.
right? Are they experts in the field of entrepreneurship?
Oh, no. Both of them
No.
had jobs.
Okay. So here's something that I was told when I was younger. Raja, beta, I love you. You need to stop this karate. Okay, you got black belt, that's enough. Now just study. Guess what? I didn't agree with that. And I wasn't being disrespectful or rude to my parents, but I said, I believe there's something more to this karate thing, because I got my black belt in ninth grade when I was 15 years old.
Oh.
So they thought, oh, that's enough karate now. Now just focus on school. Go be something important like scientist, lawyer, doctor, engineer, something important in their minds. But what they didn't realize was karate was actually going to change my life. Because unlike most people, I didn't treat it like an activity. I treated it as a life-changing event, right? So now as a result of my martial arts journey, I'm now a multi-time world champion. I'm a multi-time Hall of Fame black belt
Oh.
recipient. And in 2018, we released our first martial arts documentary movie about real martial arts masters. And it's called The Martialist. So as a result, if I had not kept pushing because I thought that I would be disrespecting my parents, then I would not have had the journey that I had and be where I am today. Because remember, every choice you make, both good and bad, brought you to this point. So every decision you made was a good one because you're here now. So Sue, in your mind now, when you now understand that you were measuring that yardstick, you were using the wrong scale. You were trusting in the opinion of people who were not experts in what you needed to do. Do you understand now that you made that box of fear for yourself, and now you are powerful enough to break past that box of fear, get past your uncomfortable zone, and find your true success? Do you agree now?
I agree, but see, there are so many people in
Yeah.
the world, and they are actually
Okay, don't say but, see. So
okay.
hold on. We're talking about you,
Okay.
right? Let's focus on you first, because remember, everybody out there in the audience has to learn that if one person can do it, then maybe I can do it. And that's all it takes. Don't worry about the rest of the world right now. Right now, in this microcosm, in this small world that we have of two people, do you agree that you can now create a mind shift and change the way you
Oh,
think?
sure. That I
Yes.
totally agree. Yeah.
So if I had my bell here, I would say, ding, ding, you just had a victory mind shift.
Thank
Right?
you. Thank
Now,
you. Really appreciate. Yeah.
and look at me. I'm here. I'm at my sister's luau in New York, and I'm living the lifestyle of an entrepreneur. I love it. All I need is a laptop and some Wi-Fi, and I'm good to go. So all of you out there that are saying, oh, I can't do a business online, I can't do this, you need you need a computer and you need Wi-Fi. That's it. You need an internet connection of some kind, and that's it. And the rest will follow. And part of the program that I teach is it's all about, I teach course creators how to create their own course using the expertise they already have. And by doing that, make them into the next version of themselves. And here's what happens on top of that. A lot of people don't realize that when you change the kind of person you are and you grow, don't forget, you are the average of the 5 people that you spend the most time with.
Oh, yeah,
right?
absolutely.
So
Yeah.
the people that you are with, who used to hang out and just hang out on Friday nights and watch TV or just watch Netflix, or if you're one of the people that likes to hang out at the bar on the weekends and chase some people and have fun and have drinks, okay, that's fine for a time. But then when you want to get serious and start to grow your business, your friends may change. And part of the growth that I've had to deal with is I've outgrown a lot of my friends, and now I have new friends. Friends who are 7-figure earners, friends who are entrepreneurs, friends who are big thinkers, friends who now they see me as a blossoming expert in my area. Because
Yeah.
if I can overcome my own speech impediment and my fear and my stutter and now speak to thousands of people, and one of the things I'll tell you is this. When I was younger, I was talking to my friend Tim Walker, and I had such a bad speech block. I couldn't breathe. My face turned red, and I started crying. That's how bad my speech was when I was younger. And it's only in recent years, through Toastmasters, through speaker training, through mentorship, and through books, I'm still not a perfect speaker. I don't care, because I've learned to realize that that is a really small part of me, but the rest of me is so impactful and so powerful, I can help a lot of people.
Absolutely. Because speaking on the stage is the fear that is higher than the death. So it is
true.
really, and overcoming that, and especially overcoming your lifelong stutter, that is a great achievement. Means I totally applaud you for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like, I don't know if you heard, but like a couple of weeks ago, I just won the Ultimate Speaker Competition semi-finalist. So I tied for 3rd place.
Wow, that's
And
really
so,
good.
And I say that not to brag, but to say that I'm constantly sharpening the sword. I'm constantly improving. So one of the systems I use is I talk about a technique called success stacking. So for all of you out there that are paying attention right now, imagine this. Imagine if you had a goal right now. And think about this. Say that you wanted, like at the karate school, some student comes in and said, the black belts have to do 50 push-ups in order to qualify for their test, right? And he or she says, I can't do 50 push-ups. That's too many. And I say, all right, fine. That's no problem. Here's what you got to do. Don't aim for the goal. Don't aim for, I got to do 20 push-ups. I got to do 30. Aim for the process improvement. And what that is, this goes back to Japanese philosophy of like Kaizen philosophy. And what Kaizen philosophy is, it's about consistent, incremental daily growth.
1% better every day. 1% better.
Correct. Right. And that's the translation here. So my aunt last September, she had brain surgery. They took out a 4-centimeter meningioma out of her temporal lobe. And my cousin, her daughter, she was so freaked out and upset and scared. And I just kept telling her, listen, you got to wait and you got to give her time to heal. You can't look at it day to day, because you're not going to see 1% improvement every day. And think of it as this: 1% improvement every day is fast, because in 3 months, she's almost 100% healed. And all of a sudden, I created that mind shift in her that helped take away her anxiety, and that helped her change the way she saw it. So I reframed in her mind how she saw the problem. Now the problem is not a problem. Now it's just a waiting game. Now it's just, oh, now I get it. Now she's improving fast and quickly.
So why did you start karate? Because you mentioned karate, but what was the reason to start karate?
Oh, gosh. Well, I was bullied a lot because of my stutter, and I could barely speak, and I decided that I was going to have to find a way to change it. I tried to join soccer. I tried to join other things to kind of fit in with the kids, but the kids wouldn't accept me. So finally, I saw a Karate Kid. And then when I saw that, I said, yes, that is the way to change my life, because I saw Daniel LaRusso getting bullied, picked on, being left out, ostracized. And this is the typical way bullies, there were 6 different types of bullying. And one of them is like, not only physical bullying, but mental bullying. And now there's cyber bullying. There's also racial bullying, and also ostracizing somebody, leaving them out of a group purposely, excluding them is another form of bullying. So all of these things were happening to him. And so as a result, he started taking karate from Mr. Miyagi, who helped saving him. Well, I decided, well, if that's going to work for him, why not for me? So I asked my mom, going to hurt you. And then the next day, I asked my dad, can we try a karate class? Can I just go look at it? So he takes me to karate. We watch the class. It's an hour and a half long. And then he signs me up for a year. So yes, finally got to start my journey. And the funny thing was, even though I gave everything I could, it's all about the process over the achievement. So when black belts have to take that karate test, they have to do 50 push-ups. Some people can't do that, but that's okay. It's not about the goal only. It's about the process. So what I tell a lot of my white belts to do is, don't worry about the big picture, worry about the small picture first, and start working, get a direction. So your goal is every week, if you can't do any push-ups, if all you can do is 1 push-up or none, your goal this week is to try to do 1 push-up. Try it 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Next week, try to do 2 push-ups. Next week, try to do 3 push-ups, and just build up, and you're done. Or you can just keep on going. And I remember trying that and just trying to improve myself. I got up to 75 push-ups nonstop that I could do, which is pretty good.
Oh, yeah, it is pretty good, surely.
Yeah, and not only that, our class, we used to warm up with a jump rope during at the start of class. I was terrible at jump rope when I started, but then I just started saying to myself, you know what? Every week I'm just going to try and just see if I can do 1 or 2 more. By the time that I was done warm-ups and done class, and after a couple of years, I set the Pennsylvania jump rope record, not just in my county, but in the entire state. I have 249 jumps in 60 seconds.
Wow.
Yeah. So my next goal was to try to see if I can beat the world record, which I think is 412, so something like that. It's 400 something, But that's another story. But now, as a result of that, the karate has changed my life completely. And
so
I tell everybody also,
karate helped you in overcoming your lifelong stutter or anything else? What
a little bit, because here's what happened. After I got my black belt, my teacher said, listen, Roger, you have to help assistant teach. Now you're black belt now. You have to help teach class. I'm stuck. I have to teach class. But it was one of the best things for me, because it forced me to just keep trying to find ways to overcome it. Maybe I could breathe differently. Maybe I could just do kia, a lot of loud noise. I can work on doing physical things. I can show them my kicks, my punches, my side kicks, my 360 kicks, and teach them something cool. So, but I was teaching white belts, so I couldn't show them all of that. It was more about, here's how you stand, here's how you bow, here's how you tie your belt. But those interactions, those ones where I was teaching white belts, new students every single time to come in, learn how to learn the standards of our school, that gave me the confidence to start saying, you know what, I'm getting good at this. So I started out as a pretty bad teacher because I just didn't know what to do or how to teach, or how to control a class. But now, when I go up on stage, I just think I'm teaching karate class, and I feel powerful.
Yeah.
Because now I just say, like, I'm a 6th-degree master, and I'm in a room full of white belts, and to educate you. And there's no ego behind that. When someone says they're here to educate you, it's because they care about you.
So that is
so I
your
think that's
biggest
the way
dream?
that we should be seen as leaders.
Do you think this
That's
is
my
your
what?
biggest
That's my
win?
biggest dream?
Biggest win? Do you think this is your biggest win?
Maybe. I think, honestly, a couple of my biggest wins, I would think, was when I won the international speech competition in my area for the first time in Toastmasters. 2 weeks ago when I won the semifinalists at the Ultimate Speaker competition in Philadelphia.
I know, because even I have been in Toastmasters, and it is
and
not
just
easy. It is not easy, the whole program, I know. And going to the top level, it
No.
is really not easy. Yeah.
Well, December 2020, I just earned my, I completed my first path. And that means in Toastmasters, you have a series of paths that you have to complete, speeches, and yet there are roles you have to complete. You have to do reviews, evaluations. So it's very, very intensive, and you have to make sure that you fill in all of your prerequisites. So in my hometown club, I was the first person to complete an entire path. And that was after I completed they used to have the paper book called the Competent
Confident communicator in
series.
Toastmasters. Yeah,
I
I
did
know.
that, and I did a path after that. So it took me almost, yeah. So it's a CC pin. So now, after I finished that, I'm now a certified effective coach worldwide, certified by Toastmasters International, 100,000 members worldwide in over 50 countries. And so when somebody says that, yes, I'm a certified coach, you did, and I asked how long did it take? I said, yeah, it took 6 weeks, and I took a course online. And said, yeah, that's not a, I don't mean to insult you, but I just have a
Yeah.
higher standard than that.
Yep.
And I don't count that as being an official coach, because who have they helped? I have over 3 decades, almost 4 decades of training students to become black belts. Thousands of students that I've helped, which means I have real life experience from adults, children, seniors, teens, people with ADHD, people with autism, people with disabilities, people who were severely overweight. We had one student, I'm not going to tell you his name, who was over 350 pounds. And we had some students who were borderline suicidal. That
Oh,
karate
man.
helped save their lives because it gave them hope.
So what do you think? Your past was so troublesome. So now you are recently you don't have any obstacles. How it is going on?
Well, I mean, I think that we make our own challenges, whether they be good or bad. So for me, I realized growing up through all of this that now I'm a person who thrives under pressure. So I am very good when people start to give me a time deadline, or there's something, it's too many things to do, or it's hard to do, then I like a good challenge. And that's one of the reasons I think people now respect me, is that because they know that I don't back down from a challenge, no matter what it is. Somebody told me, was it 2018, I think it was, learn how to, get comfortable doing it. So instead, what happened was they challenged me to do 30 days of Facebook Lives, and what happened was I ended up doing every single one. Then I had a theme to them, and then I called it Moment of Music, because I love to sing. So I picked a theme, I picked a person, and then I sang a song that was based off of that theme. And then I went beyond the 30 days. I think I went like 38 or 39 days. And then I did a live concert on Facebook for suicide prevention, and we raised over $1,000.
Wow, that's good.
So whenever anybody teams up with me and partners with me, they know they're always going to get 2 things. Number one, they're going to get integrity, and they're going to get loyalty, because that's something that I live my life by, the black belt creed. We always help each other. We are the role models. We try our best in everything that we do. Right?
Yeah, that is really amazing. So do
Yeah.
you have anything for our audience? Do you have any gift which they can use, because they might be
Absolutely.
interested, means after listening to you, they want to know more, and if you have any particular gift for them which they can use, and they can, means basically try out your program, do you have anything?
Absolutely. So I'm currently, let's see, I'm not sure how I can paste this here. So what I can do is this: I can give you my link to my email. That would probably be the best way. And what I can do is make sure you tag that you saw this on Sue's podcast show, so I know where you all came from. Every first Tuesday of the month, I do a mastermind on how to speak with authority.
has a really good gift for us. He is giving us 1 hour workshop for easy speech template. Anyone can use that template and they can actually succeed in life.
Yes.
He has many other actually offers. He is giving 80% off on his podcast only for this guest. And you can actually tap and make use of it. He has a 5 mind shift hacks for world championship, and that is really amazing because he's not talking about just regional championship, he's talking about world championship. You can actually log into that. I'll be sending all the information over there. It is there in the description. But I just want to conclude by saying one thing. Means whatever you got in life, that is the gift from God to you. But what you
Yes.
become through this, all whatever you go through and what you learn and what you improve, that is your gift back to God. And I really see Raja as God's messenger. Means if you don't believe in God, okay, then basically you can just say creator, but someone
Yeah.
higher power, and he is clearly a messenger for that. So what is our
Mm.
role? Our role to actually just tap into that, make use of all the offers he's providing, and improve our life, improve ourselves, take charge of our life, upgrade our business. So thank you, Raja. Thank you. Really appreciate you being over here. If you want to say something in closing, you are surely welcome. And we really appreciate you being over here. So your final thoughts, anything in closing you want to say?
Yes. Just that the path that you have had in the past doesn't have to define your future path. You can carve a new path anytime you choose to, but it's about the power of choice. And a lot of people are just unaware that they are allowed to and permitted to have that choice. So I'm giving you permission right now that you can make the choice to change your life. Whether that is with me or with Sue or with any other entrepreneur that can help you, figure out what it is that you need. And if you're not sure, get on my show. I have a free discovery call that I can give you. It's at rajavspeaker@gmail.com and put in the subject title coach me or discovery call, and we're going to call and we will find out what you need, and then that way I can share with you that link for first Tuesdays about how to speak with authority, which is free, and I have that link. Entrepreneurs out there are trying to fake it till they make it, but
Sure.
I don't do that. What I ask all of us to do is don't fake it till you make it. Instead, believe it and become it.
Thank you. Thank you. Really appreciate. Thank you. Thank you, Raja.
Thank you. And then lastly, if anybody's out there that needs a speaker, just reach out to me because after every show, I always look for 2 more.
Sure, really appreciate, because as per the analysis, yeah, the speakers make way more money than many other professions. So sure, means if you are looking into
see you then.
looking into that field, surely, and there is a help available. Thank you. Thank you.